Alright, so after a couple of days of welding on her, we've got frame repairs made that needed made, subframe repairs, and we threw the cases back in because we had something a little special we wanted to fab up before we send it off to powder coat. So, if you guys remember, the cross brace was missing because they had wrecked this, and this was bent down actually a couple inches towards the back. So we got the cross brace in, welded up. I hate that these things were pockets. They always collected mud and you could never really get them dried out good. There's no drain on the bottom. So I went ahead and welded those up so stuff wouldn't get in them. And then over here where the chain had been slapping, it was wore so thin you could actually put your finger through the subframe. So I took a 1/8 inch piece of aluminum, welded that in over top of that, and we've got everything straightened up and cracks patched. So I believe we're all good to go back here. Did some frame repairs on the bottom, on the front tube there, and on this side. But what I was talking about before, the unobtainium part that we were so happy to get, Pro Circuit pipe for a 9091. Everybody's laughed at me while I was trying to get it. So I did find one off of a 95. And the only real difference in them was the mount point on the 91 was back here. And then by 95 they had moved the mount point further up. So we've got everything in place. Our clearances are good. We've got about 1/2 inch there. The radiator's clear. I've already put them on. Clear the frame there and there. And then, so we cut the bracket off from right here, moved it up to here. I've got it tack welded now. Once I get all this back out, I'll finish welding that up. And then of course, there was a hole here for a grease port, which is kind of crazy because why would you want to fill this whole thing up with grease? So we got that welded up and everything should be ready for her to go to K2 Customs, get stripped down, powder coated, and then we can start putting her back together. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, we're going to open these forks up and see how bad they are. There was so much grease in the steering stem neck that even after I scooped out 4 ragfuls, the whole neck was packed with grease. The only way I could get the rest of it out was just to heat it up and let it run out. It was a mess, but we're gonna get this fork apart and see what we got. Maybe. At least there was a little bit of oil in it. Main reason for doing this, we don't have the rebuild kit yet, but wanted to get this tube cleaned up and ready to get recoated. Oh God, that one stinks. Whew. Fuck. Oh my God, it stinks. Get our tubes cleaned up and hopefully ready for some fresh coating. And when the rebuild comes in, we'll get them rebuilt. Go from there.